Today we're talking LSU wide receiver Kayshon Boutte. We're going to dive into his background, his college career, discuss the positives and negatives in his prospect profile, and we're going to take a look at his dynasty outlook and if and where you should draft him in your dynasty rookie drafts. Kayshon Boutte is a wide receiver out of LSU. He's a junior. At the time of the draft, he's going to be just 20 years old. He's 6 feet, 200 pounds. Kayshon Boutte grew up in New Iberia, Louisiana. And coming out of Westgate High School, Boutte was a 5-star recruit and the second-ranked wide receiver in the 2020 recruiting class. He turned down offers from Alabama and Ole Miss, among others, to remain in his home state and join the LSU Tigers. He made an immediate impact as a freshman, finishing second on the team with 45 receptions while racking up 735 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. He finished strong with 3 straight 100-yard outings, including an SEC record 308 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns in the season finale against Ole Miss. That's right, 308 receiving yards in one single game. That's incredible. And unsurprisingly, he was named to the All-SEC freshman team. He picked up where he left off in his sophomore season, catching 37 passes for 503 yards in the first 6 games. Unfortunately, an ankle injury ended his season at that point. Boutte was leading the FBS with 9 touchdowns at the time of the injury. The injury wound up requiring a second surgery, which forced Boutte to miss spring practices, but he was good to go at the start of the 2022 campaign. However, whether it was because of his injury recovery, poor quarterback play, or something else, Boutte's production saw a major drop-off. In 11 games, he caught 48 passes for 538 yards and just 2 scores. He added 1 rush attempt for 41 yards. His best performance came in the SEC championship game against Georgia when he hauled in 6 passes for 107 yards and a touchdown. Boutte initially announced that he was going to return to LSU for his senior season with the hopes of winning a national title, but he ended up changing course a few weeks later and declared for the NFL draft. Let's talk about the positives, the things that we like in Kayshon Boutte's profile. First is his age 18 breakout. He had excellent production at the end of his freshman season, and we love these guys who produce at an early age. I mean, at age 18, age 19, they're still developing their game in physical traits, yet they still dominate versus more developed 21, 22, 23-year-olds. That's why we like these early breakouts and the early production. Kayshon Boutte checks those boxes. And he led the FBS in receiving touchdowns pre-injury in 2021. He has an elite athletic profile. He's got really good speed, excellent acceleration, excellent lateral agility. He's good running after the catch as well. Good hands. He lined up inside and outside, so he's got a little bit of versatility to his game. He's got excellent body control. He's very aggressive in his play style, and he had a 53% receiving touchdown share during 6 healthy games in 2021. On the negative side, he does lack effort. Once in a while, he'll, take a route off or something if he's not involved in the play. And he lacked production in his junior season. That's scary. I mean, he got off to that great start. We love the early breakout, the early production on his freshman season, beginning of his sophomore season, but something happened. As a junior, those are still some questions that need to be answered. He averaged 4.4 receptions per game in 2022. We're looking for something closer to 6. He averaged 1.67 yards per team pass attempt in 2022. And for reference, elites would be 3 in that category, about 3 yards per team pass attempt. He had an 8.7% receiving touchdown share in 2022. We want that to be at least 30%, ideally in the 40s. He has a limited catch radius, sometimes struggles in contested situations, and his release could be better. For archetype, I listed Kayshon Boutte as a speed wide receiver, though there is more to his game than that. He's kind of a blend between possession and speed wide receiver, and he's got a little bit of a yak monster to his game as well at times. The NFL comp I have for him is Stephon Diggs, and I'm expecting his draft capital will fall somewhere in the second round. The bottom line is Kayshon Boutte is one of the most physically gifted wide receivers in the 2023 wide receiver class in terms of pure athleticism. He is fast, he gets up to speed quickly with the ability to change direction on a dime. That makes him incredibly difficult to defend because he's a threat to beat defenses vertically as well as cut off his routes and win in the short and intermediate areas of the field. Not only that, Boutte made a name for himself with his ability to rack up yards after the catch. He has good hands, though he could improve on catching in traffic. He could also use some work getting off the line better. He needs to improve his release. While his junior season leaves a little bit of a sour taste in the mouth, we have to love Boutte's early career production and age 18 breakout. Boutte projects as a starting Z receiver who will also get a lot of work in the slot at the next level. He has the upside to be a team's wide receiver one and a true difference maker in the NFL.